Watch this video of Chuck Todd and then I'll explain.
I want to bring up something that Jonathan last put in the Bulwark today, and it was about how, in Ruth, we've all been on the receiving end of the Bernie online brigade. And here's what he says. He says, no other candidate has anything like this sort of digital brown shirt brigade. I mean, except for Donald Trump. The question no one is asking is this: what if you can't win the presidency without an online mob? What if we now live in a world where having a bullying agro-social media army running around, popping anyone who sticks their head up is either an important ingredient for or a critical marker of success?
Wow. Okay, that's
I know everybody's freaking out about this, but you saw the MAGA rally that's preparing around here. There are people coming from 3 or 4 states on that. That's real, and you know, this is like Bernie.
That is a really depressing sentence that you just read.
The Digital Brown Shirt Brigade, the online army. Let me show you something that's going to help you out greatly in the future. This is the most practical thing in the history of mankind. You need practice on it. I need practice on it. And everybody in society needs to do a lot more of this. You ready for this? You see what I'm doing here? I'm holding up a phone. I'm setting down a phone. You see, I'm holding up a phone. I'm setting down a phone. We live in an alternate reality because we have allowed ourselves to exist in an alternate reality, and it is skewing our society, dividing our society, and people need to make adjustments on how they live their lives. Everybody does. See, this is not about Chuck Todd. It's not about saying something stupid like Brown Shirt Brigade. It's not about that. This is about all of us. This is about how the field of journalism has been destroyed, not only by its own crazy leftist thoughts, but by social media. This is about how Hollywood has been destroyed by social media, corporations by social media, and you and I, the individual, have allowed social media to negatively affect our lives, and this is what I mean. I don't consider social media to be a bad thing. You all do something different, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but basically everybody's on it on some level now. But it is a fire hose of information. And because it is a fire hose of information and you want to take a drink from it, you had better be really careful on how you do it. And nobody seems to have figured this out yet. Do you want to know why a company like Gillette, who is clearly catering to men, I mean, they have women's products, but that is a man's company. You're Gillette. Do you want to know how they could run an ad campaign? I'm not going to show it for you. We've showed it before. A long ad about, a father teaching his transgender son how to shave, which cost them, they estimate, over $2 billion. How could a company make a mistake that big? Because they exist on social media. And well, you have to understand, everybody's talking about this, and this company's doing it, and this company's doing it, and this guy said something against them, and we got 8,000 emails, and the phones are ringing. That doesn't mean it's a reality. Politicians do this too. Look, the President of the United States does this. And I told you yesterday, and I really believe this, I think it's fun and it's funny that we now do, politics, we do diplomacy online. We have CIA directors arguing with U.S. senators right there online for all to see. It's fun, it's exciting, it's lots of information. But should they be setting policy on that? You see Democrats are gone crazy recently because of impeachment, right? And you take a step back and you look at the poll numbers and you see Donald Trump's clear up here and you think, how could they be that stupid? How could they be that? Because they exist online. Their staffers exist online. They're on Twitter all day long. This is what people are saying. We have to impeach him. If we don't impeach him, we have to get it. Companies, corporations, they get all these complaints in because you are, with a click of a button, you can gain support and gain support and gain support and drown somebody's email inbox or their Twitter feed and make somebody think that a reality exists that doesn't exist. How often have you gotten online, whether, again, be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever other fancy stuff the kids are using these days, and watched people get in these online fights with people? Who takes the time to do that? Who gets online and argues with people? And then you'll hear people screaming about how offended they are, and you can't say that to me, and that's the... People, set it down. Just set it down. I have a big online presence, of course, because I'm so famous and awesome. When I don't want to be involved anymore, when I'm with the wife and kids, I set it down. That's all it takes. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.